Oh no!
That looks like a password.
No! James has deleted it.
Did you do that?
Press delete. Shit.
It's not in your trash can or anything.
No, it doesn't save it. It's just there. It's bloody Apple, isn't it? There's no undo. Is there an undo? Undo. There's no controls. There's nothing. He has. He's deleted. Oh fuck. Yeah, it's not there.
You'll have to remember, Kev.
Oh shit. James is in trouble. Yeah. Hello and welcome to In the Course of the Wenton King. My son has deleted all my notes about this album. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll be better because I'm not reading. Maybe that's better. You know, maybe I need to stop doing
Be
that.
more natural.
Yeah. Roxy music. Picture of a woman. Reminds me of PC Gamer from years ago. It was just nudie women. It was just sort of quite slightly sad culture of lads. Fuck knows what I was going to say. Yeah. Well,
Tell us about Roxy music, Kev.
yeah. Cat's foot, iron claw. 21st century schizoid man. he auditioned for King Crimson, right? And they were like, yeah, you're not really the right kind of singer for King Crimson. This was before Boz, so this would have been after Blizzard, I think. So what they did, they said, well, Peter Sinfield said, yeah, okay, I'll produce, because that band you're in, that's got real potential, so, you know. So, yeah, produced by Peter Sinfield. I tell you what, you watch their documentaries, you read about Roxy music, there is no mention of that anywhere, because this is cool. You see, there's a contingent, you know, those people also like this, so that it straddles the thing. But yeah, so I've got two things kind of to say. One is about the music, and it's very varied. It is kind of pop rock, with it's kind of presented in a, you know, they are basically straightforward songs, but presented in a really interesting way with weird stuff going on and sounds, and that's really cool, and I really like it. It's nice and varied. It is an album. It's not just a lot of songs that sound like Roxy music. Whether the later albums do that, we don't know yet. We'll find out, because I have no clue about Roxy music, interestingly, even though this is 1972, you know, right in the midst of all my favourite stuff. This is the first time I've heard this album, and I've not heard the next two yet. But the other thing that struck me, of course, was that the moment I put it on, I was in hysterics, because Sam has to listen to this. And you've got a man singing in a silly voice. You've got an oboe. You've got a mad guitarist playing a load of random notes. You've got saxophone. And to top it all off, of course, you've got Brian Eno going "Bew, bew" in the background. Actually, that has nothing to do with whether Sam will really like it. We don't know yet, but that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I had a weird conception of Roxy music, or perception. I associate them with all the new romantic bands.
Well, I think that influenced all of that stuff massively. I think without Roxy music, none of that would have happened. So it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
put it that way.
It's all right, you know. I mean, I'm a bit disappointed I didn't have more chance to listen to it over the week. I mean, I've listened to it a couple of times. I've listened to the first half an awful lot.
Right.
I had an issue with Sarah was on night, so I couldn't play music. I had to do earphones and stuff like that. It just presents a few problems.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the strongest thing I can say about it. Really, I was disappointed that I couldn't listen to it anymore. I was quite surprised about the King Crimson connection. There is no King Crimson connection,
exactly.
really.
Yeah, exactly. That was the point. That's why they didn't put him in King Crimson. It would have been ridiculous.
I mean, the first track. I mean, it puts me on a positive note, because the first track reminds me of Hawkwind, actually.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Yeah, very.
You take away all the trendiness, and actually, that's what it is. It's rock and roll with noises and boo in it. And
it sounds quite. I mean, for the project, when you consider where other bands were at this time, 1971 this was made. It says 1972 on it. I mean, what were Pink Floyd doing in 1971?
71. They were, so it's not Obscured by Clouds, it's Medley. So it's before Pompeii, but it's while they're doing Medley, that era.
So they're just about getting it together, yeah. But this sounds quite modern, really. And I don't know if that's because supposedly they had an influence on punk, I think.
I think it is massively influential. I mean, massively influential. A lot of stuff that I don't like. But that's not the point, is it? It is hugely influential. Hugely influential. I can't do the voice.
Very, very poppy, but not like boring pop. Interesting enough. And I think Brian Eno gives it that point. I think Brian Eno's not actually a musician at this point. He couldn't play an instrument or anything like that, but yet he has a very tangible.
Yes. Well, yeah. He and this is the question: is it him? Because he brings in the avant-garde, and people say the word avant-garde. You listen to it, no, it's the songs, but he had genuinely come from avant-garde experimental music, not rock music at all. Technology. Experimental technology, and guess what he's playing? It's the bloody VCS3 synthesizer again, isn't it? So that's funny. I think to watch them when you see the live performances where he's got a keyboard in front of it and a computer. That's quite funny. But he's processing the mixing. He's doing the mixing, just like Peter Sinfield was doing. Messing with the sound. And so sometimes they would play something and they wouldn't hear it come out until later because stuff is happening, which is. I don't like the idea of making a band not sound like a band. But if it sounds good, it sounds good.
Yeah, it does sound good.
It does sound good.
Yeah, I mean, it adds some. It definitely adds something else to the. Well, I would say the texture of the album, sort of thing. You can imagine sort of there's like certain effects added to it, or it sounds like it's recorded something else and gives it an extra dimension. Which you can imagine if it was just recorded straight instruments. This is what the instrument sounds like. It would be. It wouldn't be as interesting.
Yes. For some reason. Yeah, and at the same time, I don't think it's clear exactly what Eno did. In that, on the one hand, he doesn't get credit. People say, "Oh yeah, he was a keyboard player, but he left." For the the new romantic people or those people who see it in a different way. Was he central to the sound of it? And there's people saying that they're hearing so many instruments that weren't really there. He's creating instruments out of the blue, and he's not. The truth is somewhere in between. But I don't think it's completely clear where that line is. Because the songs are written by Brian Ferry, I think, or maybe Ferry Manzanera. Phil Manzanera's pretty cool. On here, anyway, some pretty cool stuff. It's the kind of guitarist who could be very vanilla. Really pushing about it and going crazy. Whether that's a response to Eno processing the sound and all that, I don't know. But and yeah, it's great, noisy stuff.
Yeah. So that's who Brian Ferry is.
That's who Brian Ferry is. Yeah. Vic Reeves. That's who he looks like. I'm sure Vic Reeves looks like Brian Ferry. I'm sure.
Yeah. So an interesting point. I mean, when you can, it's hard to appreciate it, but I mean, they are quite for the time. They're very, very different,
Well, that's the time, isn't it? All those bands sound different. None of them sound alike. You don't really get that
anymore.
Everything's that's that genre, so you have to play that one song again. They're varied, but they've got their own sound. Pink Floyd don't sound anything like that. Jethro Tull don't sound anything like that. ELP don't sound anything like that. Yes don't sound anything like that. King Crimson. They all sound completely different. And notice the genre I'm putting it in there.
Yeah.
And this is part of prog. But as far as prog rockers are concerned, it is part of prog. It's art rock.
Yeah, I mean, it bears. I mean, it also has a relationship with Bowie. I'd say not just because of Eno, but
I actually I didn't realise this, but I think it's the other way around. I think this influenced Bowie, not the other way around.
Well, yeah, I'd much prefer this over Bowie. No longer controversial because I've said it so many times, but controversial.
But so we call it art rock because obviously if you've made a genre that is all about pushing down barriers, the best thing to do is make lots of different genres of it to put up the barriers again, pigeonhole. But and that's really the pop end of things. Art school, which is much more palatable to the fashionistas, I feel like. Because they wear clothes and stuff. And he's got short hair. He's not even dirty. He hasn't got a beard, etc. We don't care about that, obviously. It's more about the sound of it. It's the texture of the sound in the songs.
He's pushing the boat out. He's had a shave.
Yeah. What a rebel. Rebellion.
Rebel, blah, blah, blah.
So yeah, it's a recommended. I think it's 4 eggs.
Yeah, we're doing a run of these, aren't we?
We are doing a run of these. Yeah, we're going to do 3. First
Yeah.
3. Because I don't know. I'm assuming something will happen. A thing will happen. Well, a band member leaves, so we'll see if that makes a difference or what happens. I mean, before this, I know Virginia Plain and is it The Strand? Do the Strand?
Yeah.
Those are the 2 songs I know, and from a Live Aid, I know that Brian Ferry song he plays on that, and I know the one he did with Gilmore after that, the 80s thing. And that's it. That really is it. So that's interesting that we're coming from this era, but I know nothing about them at all.
I'll give it 4 eggs as well.
Yeah,
because it's good. And the reason we're doing this run is a request from Patreon. So you can thank Paul Fitzgerald for this.
Thanks for doing Patreon.
Yeah.
www.wenton.com/WentonKing. Patreon. Buy us coffee. I think is it $5 for a request? $2. Yeah. $2 if you just want to contribute. $5 for a request.
Yeah, and we are getting achingly close to the $75 a month mark, which means we will do the red box set review.
Yeah. Oh bloody hell! I can buy it.
And we'll start reviewing the box sets.
Yes. Yeah, I think we'll start with red. That's a good idea because that's the one I've not got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's also more Patreon stuff coming out. Hopefully, we've got our first commentary coming out. Hopefully, in a bit.
New thing.
Maybe not yet, but maybe in a bit, or maybe not. I don't know.
Well, we've started the Genesis stuff, haven't we?
Yeah.
We released Trespass.
So we've got by the time they watch this, the 2 important ones they'll have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So yeah, check that out if you want to.
Oh.
We will put a link in the description. People have asked about that this week.
Yes. And did I put it wrong? Did you correct it?
I corrected it.
Oh yeah, because I put .co.uk. Never mind. Patreon.com/WentonKing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Cheers. See you next time for that album. I can't remember.
Yeah. Roxy Music Mark II.
Put the beards on.